Why Meg the Stallion can't keep a relationship? Why a lot of modern people can't keep a relationship? What is she doing wrong? What is they doing wrong? Make a long story short, to keep it a bean with y'all, man, let's just say God is real, right? If God is real, then God is actually love. If God is the epitome of what love is, if it don't align with love, it ain't gonna last. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Like, it ain't gonna last out. But no, what a lot of people is doing wrong is that they going into these relationships and it ain't even based on love. It's just based off of, it's basically a transactional relationship. I don't know if Clay was paying her money or something ish like that. I don't know how true that is. Giving her an allowance or some weird shit like that. But I always remember this. This came from a movie. Love don't cost a thing. I said before, the reason why most relationships end because people selfish. I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. People be selfish as hell. Um, what they be asking for ain't got nothing to do with love, and that's the problem that Meg the Stallion is having. Her relationships is a lot like what modern people relationship is like. It's not based on love, so it's gonna end because it's not based on love. If God is love and it doesn't align with that, then it ain't gonna work. I'm telling y'all that straight off rip. I guess she requires men to have a bag or some shit like that, or she ain't gonna date no broke niggas or whatever. Like, how about just date somebody that you like you back, that you would love, that would love you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, her problem is she not dating for love, which is why it doesn't end in love because it wasn't based on love. So why would it end in love? Like, that's not how y'all got together. You got with that person because you saw a dollar sign. So I'm just keeping it a bean. I ain't got Nathan against this woman. Just like when dudes would get with a shorty and all that. Oh, she got a fat ass. Well, after a while, that ass ain't gonna be nothing but problems. If all you dated her for was that ass, and then when the ass ain't fat no more, or you see a girl with a fatter ass or something, that relationship ended. It wasn't based on love. Oh, cause she was fine. Like, nigga, that ain't gonna last. Like, fuck is you talking about? Is you gonna see a finer chick after her? It say in the Bible, the eyes of a man is never satisfied. So that could be put vice versa with women. The eyes of a woman is never satisfied. So if it's actually based on genuine love, then it'll work because that's what love is based on. If that ain't the foundation, it's gonna fall every time. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. So while most people is trying to figure out like, well, why do niggas keep cheating on Shorty and all that? Like, bruh, she's not basing her relationships off love. It's like it's like Meg the Stallion sees niggas that successful and be like, oh yeah, I like that person. That ain't got shit to do with love. I'm just keeping it a bean with y'all. If it's not based on love, it ain't gonna work. I don't burn them. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's why a lot of modern relationships they break up. They break up why? Cause it ain't based on love. Like, I don't burn them. Like, y'all be sitting there talking about why these niggas keep doing these women like that and cheating on them, and why these women keep doing niggas like that, bruh. The relationship if it wasn't based on love equally, oh yeah, I like you. And she like, I like you too. Like, that'll work because it's both of y'all trying to make it work. It's both of y'all going into that relationship without expectations. Like, niggas is automatically supposed to know you supposed to be a provider. But the woman is a helpmeet also. So wherever that man needs help at is where the woman comes in at. This is what genuine love is based on. We do what we got to do for each other. As long as it's not wrong, that's genuine love. If it's not based on that, like, this is what Meg Thee Stallion do, right? Meg Thee Stallion walks by a garden, and this is what a lot of people do these days. They walk by, see a garden, be like, oh, that garden ain't finished. I don't want that one. Oh, that garden ain't even started. I'm cool on that. Oh, this garden, oh, it's already ready for me. And that's what they do. And they think that shit is going to work. It's not going to work. Why these niggas keep cheating on Meg Thee Stallion? Why these most niggas keep cheating on females and shit like that? If you haven't built nothing with nobody, it ain't going to work. Because they don't already respect you. You got to think, it's motherfuckers in niggas' ears, it's people in your ladies' ear and all that shit. So if she only came around when the bag was there, then why do y'all expect some shit like that to work? That ain't got nothing to do with love. That's just like, oh, I see you got it, so I'm coming to get it. That's what that looks like to niggas with money. You know, you ain't built nothing with that person. Like, come on, gang. I'm just keeping it a bean. Like, most of y'all, brother, like, this be the problem, bro. Y'all motherfuckers be wanting to just get up on a motherfucker. You ain't built shit with a motherfucker. And you expect a motherfucker to treat you right. That don't even make sense. Or what you saying? Women supposed to get with a brokey and shit like that, or niggas is supposed to get with a bum ass. See, that's the problem with y'all motherfuckers right now. Y'all too busy looking at what you could get from a motherfucker instead of what you could bring to a motherfucker. Like, love ain't about what you getting off the table. It's about what you willing to put on it. Y'all can say, oh, that's corny or some shit like that. That's fine. That's fine with me. But when you keep making the same mistakes and the same shit keep happening, that's because you got to check what you're doing. So if you go into a relationship and all you was attracted to was the looks of a person, that shit ain't gonna work, man. I'm keeping it a beam with y'all. That's some bullshit. It's not. Cause all you looking at is what they look like, not what they treat you like. Cause that don't mean you gotta get with somebody you ain't attracted to. This just means when you get into a relationship, it should not be based on what a motherfucker look like, what a motherfucker got, what they can offer you. A relationship and a marriage work because it's two people trying to make it work. It's not just, oh, well, I love you on the days when you look good. That's what most people in modern day dating, that's what the fuck is wrong with them. They not dating each other because they genuinely fuck with each other. They dating each other because of what they could get out of a motherfucker. Which why the relationship don't work, and it's not gonna work because it's not based on shit. But oh, yeah, that person look good. Like, what the fuck? Because after they don't look good, we all get old. Once they don't look good, what the fuck you think gonna happen? Oh, that person, yeah, I seen them. They was fly and shit like that. But what the fuck does that have to do with love? They ain't got shit to do with love. That's why I say most modern people don't even know what love is because they don't want love. So why would love present itself when that ain't what the fuck you looking for? You fishing for somebody to take care of you and take care of all your bills and all that bullshit. Like, bruh, this is why a lot of relationships don't survive the bullshit. because y'all based in relationships and marriages off shit that ain't got nothing to do with love. So they wondering what the fuck Meg doing wrong. She not basing her relationships off love, off rip. I'm just keeping it a bean. If her relationships were based on love, they would work. She wouldn't be jumping from one relationship to another, which is why a lot of modern people are bouncing from one person to another because it ain't based on love. I'm just keeping it a bean. It's not based on love. That's why it ended. God is love. So the fuck y'all talking about? You gonna call God a liar? Let's keep it a bean. Oh, you got with this bitch cause she fine. Oh, she got with this nigga cause he look good, or cause he got money and all that, or he trick on her and shit like that. But when he ain't got the bag, where the fuck she go? Pew, like, or when he got the bag and she ain't built shit with this nigga, he not about to respect her. He gonna be out there cheating and lying about it and shit like that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Oh, you just gotta accept this shit. That's because you don't have no history with this person. Think about what they thinking like. If a motherfucker already got the bag, they already built the garden, and you just come by and it's just like, oh, you like me because you see my garden is already finished. So why the fuck would I want to share my garden with you? No, I'm gonna treat you like every passerby when I was trying to get it started. This is how people think. You know what I'm saying? Just like females will go and take their beautiful looks when no one was checking for them and go check for the nigga that was not checking for them. Just keeping it a bean. Just like niggas. Niggas will get the bag and go after women that didn't want shit to do with these niggas. Oh, cause now I look good. Oh yeah, now they on me, and now I can get that girl I wanted that didn't want shit to do with me. This is how stupid people think. They like, oh, well, what the fuck does he know? Like, I'm telling y'all the truth. Y'all can think whatever the fuck y'all want to think. But I'm telling y'all, if you don't like the results you've been getting, change something you've been doing. I don't get with a motherfucker because they look good or because the ass was fat or something like that. 90% of the time, I'm telling y'all this from experience. 90% of the time, if I got with a woman because she looked good or because of the way her body look or something like that, it didn't last. Why it didn't last? Because it wasn't based on nothing but bullshit. That's what I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all can do whatever the hell y'all want to do. I'm telling y'all the truth. That's why relationships don't last, because it's not based on genuine love. And people expect, like, that motherfucker to respect you. Like, when her and Clay broke up, they broke up because this is how he's thinking. He's thinking like, shit, I gotta put this money down. Just like, ain't nobody about to do that. Ain't nobody about to do that. If Clay was giving her money and shit like that, it's like you paying her to fuck with you. So why would he respect her? Why would he be like, yeah, I want to be completely monogamous? And the only reason you here is because I got the bag. If I lost the bag, then where the fuck you going? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that relationship wasn't based on love. That's why it went the way it did. And why you think this nigga was so disrespectful to be cheating and then tell her, yo, I want you, but I want these other hoes too? Why you think that happened? Because you wasn't with this person shooting in the gym. They not gonna respect you. Females always talking about getting with a rich nigga. I'm gonna give y'all some quick game, ladies. I want y'all to keep this game in the back of y'all mind. When Ruth met Boaz, she wasn't looking for a rich nigga. He just happened to be rich. She didn't even meet him. She met somebody that Boaz knew. And Boaz said, yo, I seen this fine ass shorty, yo, this and that. And he was like, oh yeah? I mean, like, what was she doing? That's what Boaz wanted to know. What was she doing? He can give a fuck about how she looked or anything. What was she doing? He said, yo, she was trying to get some water and shit like that. She wasn't looking for a rich nigga. She just happened to meet somebody that knew Boaz. And Boaz just so happened to be rich. This is free game. She was out doing what she do. You know how some females out there like, oh, don't fuck with a broke nigga, get with a rich nigga, shit like that, and oh, this and that. Shit that ain't based on love. Ruth wasn't looking for anybody. She just happened to be out and about doing what the fuck she gotta do for herself and hers. And she happened to run into somebody, which is why I say if it ain't based on love, it's never gonna work. I tell y'all that. Why y'all women think y'all keep running into these ain't shit niggas? Because look at what you choosing to date. You choosing shit that ain't got nothing to do with love. When you looking for, oh, do we got the bag? Why the fuck would somebody already with something risk all that on you? Just like vice versa. If a nigga only came around because you look good or you got a fat ass or you got money, you not gonna respect this nigga. Why? Why would you? So that's why I say the free game in it is so that women understand when Ruth met Boaz, she wasn't waiting on a nigga. She wasn't looking for a nigga. He ended up hearing about her. That's how they met. He said, yo, invite her to this. We having a dinner, whatever, invited to the dinner. She happened to come through after they feel like after she did what she was trying to do, which means she was diligent. Women in the Bible had their own money. They wasn't looking for a nigga to take care of them. They knew that men are supposed to be men. He know his job. She ain't gotta tell that nigga what his job's supposed to be, what he supposed to do, but she knows what a woman job is also. And that's to be a help. Wherever this man needs help at, that's where I'm a help. As long as it ain't wrong, that's what she gonna help at. She wasn't looking at what can a nigga do for me. Ruth wasn't doing that. Ruth was a believer in God. And she knew that if it don't align with God, it's a fucking lie. It's a lie. She wasn't accepting gifts from niggas. She wasn't oh, well, I'ma let 30 niggas take me on a date. Women understood what value was. Not just letting any nigga have access to them. They understood that their value came from the fact that niggas couldn't access them. They wasn't giving niggas play like that. Women understood what the value was. I don't gotta chase a nigga. If a nigga wanna fuck with me, we gon' hey, mutual. It's going to be mutual. It should never be on no oh yeah, I was at the club. Man, women of God wasn't at no fucking clubs. They wasn't at no clubs. They was handling their business. Then they happened to run into somebody that just so happened to be a believer in God or whatever. They was doing them. She was doing her. They just happened to meet. That was it. They didn't go into nothing looking for something. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. They wasn't looking for something. That's why it says a prudent wife comes from the Lord. You will know that you didn't do anything to deserve this. This was a gift. Or you could have ended up with somebody worse chasing a fat ass. I'm telling you. So with that being said, like if a rich man has already built everything and then she coming around him and she know he got the bag and shit like that, he gonna slap, wham bam, thank you ma'am, and go to the next chick. The woman he falls for is the woman that didn't give a damn that he had $1. She didn't want no gifts from this nigga. No, I'm not about to go on a date with you. I don't even know you. Women understood their value, just like men understood their value. If every bitch got access to you, what value do you have? Like, okay, there were men who dated like multiple women and shit like that, but women understood the only person that a man is going to spend the rest of his life with, wife, take care of, shit like that, were women who knew their value, because men can see the value on a woman. If every nigga got access to a woman, every nigga got her number, every nigga can text her. She got 30 fucking 50 to 60, 70, 80, 90 to 100,000 fucking messages. That mean 1,000 niggas got access to you. What value do that have to me? That every nigga wants you. No, it can be like, oh, well, a lot of motherfuckers want you, but how do they have your number? That says zero value to me. You gave one of these niggas access. You can't say that you didn't give one of these niggas access to you. Like, let's be real. But even if you did, that shouldn't be what a woman is judged on. What she's judged on by a man is how she carries herself. Like, damn, man, I gotta have this woman. You know, she looks like someone I would want to bear my children because she makes wise decisions. She's not out running around looking for a nigga to complete her. She has goals in mind, or she has a belief in something. Not, oh, she hanging around 30 hoes and expecting me to choose her out of all the hoes she's around. She jumping from person to person. Like, bruh, I'm not judging nobody past or whatever. But if you don't value yourself, why the fuck would somebody see value in having you? Like, just keeping it a bean. When women brag about having all these niggas, you think niggas is thinking, yeah, that's the woman I want a wife. No, they not. I'm telling you they not. Men talk all the time, just as much as women do. Men talk as well. Oh, bro, she was with such and such. Oh, bro, such and such had her. Oh, such and such. And it ain't even about that. It's the fact that why do you allow these motherfuckers to have all this access to you? You act like the world's going to end if you just chill. Like, just count in how many years you've had different partners. That tells you your value right there. You giving away your value because you letting everybody have access to you. That's when you are getting wrong information from the wrong type of people, because you are allowing these bad spirits to have access to you just because they give you gifts. It say in the Bible, they give gifts to all whores. That's what it says. I'm not making this up. But you give unto every passerby. Like, I don't know what else to say. That's in the book of Ezekiel. Like, it's like, why don't you love yourself? How can somebody love you if you don't love yourself? So if you giving all these people access to you based upon if they got this, they got that, they got this, they got that, and you wondering why it don't work out, it's because what you are looking for ain't based on love. So why the fuck is people mad at me? Like, listen, one thing I value about myself, I've never messed with a female that didn't fuck with me. Straight up. I didn't mess with a female that didn't fuck with me. We weren't in a relationship. I'm not fucking with that at all. So if I fuck with a female, we had some type of relationship. It wasn't just I jumped in the bed with this bitch at all. Because if you don't value yourself, are you teaching people to value you too? So with that being said, I don't trust a woman that comes by when I've already built the garden, or you looking for a garden to settle in. I don't trust that shit. Why? Because I know what you there for. And like, that's just like, okay, A garden is what you building, right? A garden is what you building. If a garden is what you building, people walk by every single day, they see it. No one's trying to help you build. No one's trying to help you get nowhere. And then once the garden is built, now everybody trying to eat from the trees. Should they be allowed to eat from those trees? I don't know. Y'all opinion, not mine. So that's why I look at it like I didn't have kids yet. I didn't have kids yet because I wanted to find the best mother I could find for my kids. That's what it was. It was like, I'm going to give y'all the cream of the crop if I can. Lord willing. I want to give y'all the best chance to succeed. You got a dad that was a damn dummy and made all the mistakes for y'all. But I have wisdom now, learning through experience. But your mother, she can raise y'all to be, uh, iron sharp as iron. So if you wise, your woman smart, then that makes wise and smart children. So, as that saying, so that saying don't be what it is. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. That's what people be on. Like, oh, the apple don't fall too far. Oh, you just like your daddy. Oh, you just like your mama. When people say shit like that, it's never a compliment. It's never a compliment. It's almost never a compliment. So with that being said, man, Meg is fucking up just like modern people are fucking up because they believe the bullshit they tell themselves. She gets with these guys because they have something to offer her, which is why it doesn't last because it ain't based on love. Period. Why would they respect her and y'all ain't been through nothing? Now, she was wise to stop fucking with Clay when he made an ultimatum like, well, I'm going to be cheating and I'm going to be messing around with these girls. You either going to accept me the way I am or you can go on head on. At least he kept it real, but he should have kept it real from jump. That would have been some real nigga shit. Like, shorty, you not going to be the only chick I mess with. But I will say, if you worth it, I won't mess with these women. If you're worth it. But the problem is most niggas don't keep it real in the beginning. They like to lie a lot, whatever. I don't respect it, but hey. So, that being said, man, respect to her for not putting up with that bullshit because that's what you should have said in the beginning. And if she chose to fuck with you after that, then she shouldn't be hurt about shit because she already knew what it was. But when niggas lie, that's what hurts her. That's why Meg is hurt because you portrayed to be something that you weren't. And then you started off by fronting the bag and shit like that. And then she like, what's the problem? Now you want to drop the allowance or whatever. And then she like, what's the problem? You understood what it was. And he like, well, I want something different now. If I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing this over here too. Now it's like, it's not based on love either way. Which is why it ended. Because, well, shit, your side ain't based on love. Why can I love you? Why should I love you? If you ain't displaying you love me like that. So why should I respect you and you don't respect me? You don't love me without the bag. Like, why do I gotta pay you 30,000 and 10,000 and shit like that? Like, it's like I'm paying you to be my woman. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Who you think I'm is? So that's why that relationship ended. Because it wasn't love. Either way. They was like, oh yeah, they look nice or they not based on love. Oh, well, that person got money, not love. I can't believe it ended. What the fuck you mean? You can't believe it ended. Of course it ended. It wasn't based on love. Not, oh, I genuinely fucked with this person. Me and this person was actually cool before we got together. Oh, well, actually, We were there for each other in tough times, and we just so happened to stay by each other's side. It wasn't like we knew it was a relationship. We just knew we was by each other's side. We never asked each other, did we want to be in a relationship or marriage? It just happened like that. That's when it's based on love, because y'all didn't go into it with an expectation of what it was going to be. No, I knew my job as a man. She knew her job as a woman. So we just did what we do with each other. She do her, I do me, and we did that together. That's how that went. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be an expectation. Oh, I expect this woman to cook, clean, and all that. She already embedded in her know what her job is. If she don't, then that's her problem. That's not your problem to fix. She know better. Just like you know your job is to do this and do that, whatever, whatever. You know you got to get up and work and shit like that. You know that off rip. And she supposed to help you wherever you need help at. That's when it's like, that's unexplanatory. Like, you don't have to explain that. That's supposed to be embedded in us once we get of age. As adults, we all want to be grown. We all say we grown. Well, you know, some chick said she was waiting on a guy to put her in a soft girl era or some bullshit like that. And I'm like, shorty, that's not real. That's not real. That's some made up social media bullshit. A soft girl era. Listen, why it's full of shit? Because can't nobody make you better than what you are. You have to want to be that yourself. Like, if I'm a kind person, I'm just kind. That's just what it is. If you a good person, well, ain't nobody good but God. But if you alright, then you alright. Because you want to be alright. Nobody has to put you in, like, that's like somebody put you in a new Rolls Royce. And now you fancy it. But you didn't have this attitude before you got in the Rolls Royce. So, in the words of my pops, he used to always tell me, what do you call somebody that puts on a brand new suit, but they're a piece of shit? All you are, if you put a suit on a pile of shit, all you have is a fancy dressed piece of shit. That's it. It doesn't change. If you was a piece of shit before you had money, you're going to be more of a piece of shit when you get money. If you wasn't faithful in a little, you ain't going to be faithful in much. Just keeping it a bean. So, can't nobody come along and make you be something that you never were. If you wasn't that already, you won't be that. Oh, this person came along and made me better. No, they didn't make you better. You chose to be better. It's all a choice. You know what I'm saying? It's all a choice. Can't nobody make you better than you are. Especially if somebody don't want to be that way. Oh, well, if I talk to a man however I want to talk to him, and he talk to me calm, then that'll put me in my soft girl. Like, what the fuck you think this is? This ain't no TV. This ain't no movie. A real man gonna get gone and be done with your ass. That's what it is. It's like, this is real life. This ain't Tubi. This ain't Netflix. These are movies. It's not real life. Cause real life, a person, like, no. I ain't going. Skid ain't going for it. You tried it, failed, but you tried it on bruh now. That's like a nigga saying, oh, when a woman come along, I'll be a man. That don't even make no damn sense. Oh, when a good woman come along, I'll be a good man. Oh, when a Christian woman comes along, I'll be a Christian man. That don't make no sense. Because it won't be authentic. It won't be authentically you. You will resort back to who you are. If you choose to be better for them, then that means you change them or change their perspective in life. Facts. If you just hoping that your good characteristics rub off on them and their good characteristics rub off on you, Not, oh, I never expected a woman to be nothing but who she is. I never went in with any expectations. If it ends, it ends. If it works, it works. If she chooses to stay by my side, she chose that. I didn't make her. If she chose to leave, I didn't force her. Oh, I'm gonna test her and see if she real. I ain't gotta do that. Life already do it. Because it says test the spirits to see if they are from God, right? I'll know that by just asking you questions. Like one shorty I asked, I was like, do you believe in God? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, what about Jesus Christ? And this is just us just talking regular. She like, well, I don't believe in the Bible. You know, that never did answer my question. But I learned no answer is also an answer. So I'm like, you might not believe what I believe. It's not gonna work because we not on the same page. We in two different pages. We on two different pages in two different books. You see life a certain way. I see life a certain way. Our arguments will stem from what we believe. You may not see a problem with something I see a problem with. And I might not see a problem with something you see a problem with. But that don't mean, oh, we should just stop fucking with each other. It just means, okay, we see life differently. We just see life differently. So 9 times out of 10, we basically unequally yoked, trying to be yoked. You're not supposed to expect out of people anything but what they show you. That's how a relationship is born. That's how a friendship is born. That's how marriage is born. Because I didn't force this woman to be loyal. I chose to be loyal. If she chose to be loyal, it was her choice. If she chose to be unfaithful or I chose to be unfaithful, it was our choice. It's all a choice. It be niggas talking about, remember off that song Kiss Kiss, Chris Brown? A dude called in and said, man, my girl ain't doing what she used to do at all. Well, what type of person were you in the beginning? I gotta ask the man, like, did you meet her when you had money or when you had flash and you look good, you was fit? I mean, I need to know. Because the same way you met her, the same way you got her is the same way you'll keep her. You gotta be who you were when you met her. Oh, well, you saying people don't have times where they fall off and shit like that? Yes, but if you went around her flashing and you not flashing no more, then in her eyes, you've changed. Just like he felt in his eyes, she changed. But you got to look at yourself and ask, have you changed? On bruh now, like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. So I never go in a relationship expecting nothing. I've never been married. That's good for me because I read the scriptures on that, and not in this time. But that's because of what I seen. I seen people jumping into relationships and shit like that. And you know what? I wanted to say this. It be women and miserable ass men, miserable ass women telling these young folks, oh, don't settle down when you're young. They setting them up for failure already. They saying, hey, go be a hoe. Hey, son, go fuck all the bitches you want and then settle down. Is that what God wanted? He said, serve me while you young. Right? So if God said that, then it's these devil people that go around and they be like, oh yeah, you know, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Go ahead, do whatever. But then they wonder why they alone in old age. Well, you piss away anybody that probably remotely would have been right for you because you keep thinking it's something better out here. You keep thinking that, oh, well, I did this, but I could do that. I could do this. I could do that. Like, why you just can't be happy? Most people, they done met somebody when they were younger, when they were good looking, fresh, wasn't getting around and all that shit. They met someone that they could have built a life with, but they chose, now I want to go out here and explore and live my life, and then I want to settle down when I have no more value to offer, when I'm tired or I don't want to do nothing no more. I'm just, that's what happens. People get lazy, they get complacent. That's because when we were in our youth, most of us were being stupid, foolish, giving ourselves to anybody who would give us a chance, or that we liked, or that looked good, or that we were attracted to, instead of being spiritually connected to, which is why it didn't work, because we got with what made us excited, except for what made us better people. Most people, they tell the young people, oh, don't settle down when you're young. I chose to settle down. No, you chose to settle down with a person because you saw they had money. Why don't you tell them that? Why don't you tell them that when you got in your relationship, it wasn't based on love, which is why it didn't work? Or when niggas, man, these bitches ain't shit and shit. No. Why don't you tell people the truth that you got with a woman because she had a fat ass, or she had a nice body, or because she was giving it up easy and you ain't had to work for shit? So, with that being said, you got with anybody you could. Not that it was based on love, but it was based off of lust. That's why you got with that person, and that's why it didn't work. You talking about, oh, well, I chose to settle down when I was young, and this. Well, why don't you tell us that you cheated and she cheated back? Or why don't you tell us, lady, that you cheated on a good man and you thought that it was something better out here? Why don't you tell the truth? Because that doesn't support their narrative. Why? Because misery loves company. They want everybody to be miserable with them. That's why it be women saying niggas ain't shit. You ain't dated every nigga, so how do you know that? No, just like in the words of Cat Williams, no, all the niggas you dated ain't shit. Cause you chose to be with those niggas. It ain't nobody else's fault but your own. I'm sure God done sent you someone, or a couple times, some all right people, but you just always thought it was something better. That's on you. Just like niggas. You can't tell me every woman you met wasn't shit. Every woman that you ever met cheated on you. You need to start looking at what you're attracted to and why you keep attracting that. If it's not based on love, then that's why it keep going that way. That's why you keep trying to buy people love. You keep thinking these niggas thinking these chains gonna keep these women. Oh, I got money. I got more money than that nigga. No, that nigga ain't sent you 100 roses. This is the same nigga that beat up his girlfriend. But he's saying, oh, you gonna take advice from this nigga though. This nigga though. Of all niggas, he got a whole song out talking about, oh, that nigga can't buy you 100 roses. I know a nigga that never bought a woman nothing. And they been together forever. He was like, shit, I didn't have shit. She ain't had shit neither. And they been together the longest. Why? Because they didn't go into a relationship expecting, oh, man, I hope she give me some pussy. And she like, oh, I hope he give me this. I hope he give me that. And I hope he do my nails. And a nigga can't do my nails. Brokey. Like, that's why. Because you act like a kid. You act like a kid. You hang around kids. The grown-ups you hang around, they act like kids. Their mentality ain't got nothing to do with God. So why you think you keep having these same situations? Because nothing you doing is based on God. You going to clubs to meet somebody. Who the fuck goes to a club and expect to meet somebody that they gonna fall in love with forever? Somebody you could take seriously. And a lot of women create broken homes because of buster ass niggas who will get them pregnant and run off. Cause this nigga, Oh, he was cool with slapping the skins until a baby came. Now this bitch getting on his nerves. But instead of being a man, he like, nah, fuck all that. I'm about to run. Like a pussy. Like a bitch. Straight up. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Nigga ran off like a bitch. Use a bitch, nigga. Straight up. Oh man, her mouth, I couldn't deal with that. Nigga, you slap skins with her? Oh, but now a baby came from it. Now you just too pussy for that. Just like when females get with a nigga, oh well, oh I like he was gangster, he was a thug and shit like that, and then this nigga leave you with 10 kids, and now you want to blame the world off of your decision. Stop it. Get some help. I don't give a. I'm like, hey, me. I say, shorty, I ain't all the way right. You know what I'm saying? I get in fights. Not that I try to, it just be what it is. I let a female know the real. I don't go into a relationship expecting nothing out of a person because that's when love is genuine. It's like if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you won't. That's how I look at it. I didn't do nothing to force you to fuck with me. I'll be fine. Before you, with you, and after. Dead homies. So that's why I say when most people get in a relationship, they have an expectation. And when they fall below that expectation, it ends. It's not based on love. That's all that's revealing. Um, and that means you change. So, with that being said, man, I ain't gonna tell y'all what to do. I'm telling y'all the honest truth. They keep wondering why Meg Thee Stallion keeps going from person to person because she keeps looking for the same shit, expecting a different result. Well, I ain't about to get with no broke ass nigga. That broke nigga could be richer than all the niggas you ever met. You never know, but you don't care because you too busy stuck on what you believe your image is. That's not real. It's not real. Everybody want to be loved, but no, you like, if he can't buy me the Birkin bag, if he can't pay for my nails and my hair, what does that got to do with love? A nigga that love you, if he know you like that type of shit, he's gonna automatically do that because he knows you like that shit. But if he does it all the time, like, you get tired of that shit. Cause you'll never be satisfied. Don't y'all get that? You'll never be satisfied. Like, if I like all the nice cars, if a shorty bought me all the nicest cars every single year, I wouldn't appreciate it. I wouldn't appreciate one single of them. Not one. Why? Because humans are never satisfied. You'll never be satisfied. That's why it says, be content with what you have. For I will never leave you nor forsake you. You notice when you got one car, you treasure that car like it's the only car you'll ever get. But if you got multiple bitches and shit like that, you're not gonna cherish all them bitches. You not. Because why? Because shit, this is easy for me. I get all these hoes. So why would I cherish any one of them? Oh, well, the bitch want roses, I buy her a dozen roses and I'ma still cheat on her. That's how niggas are thinking that never had money before. They mind don't grow with the money, so they trick on bitches in the hopes of getting what they want. And then they beating on the bitch and shit like that. They stealing from the bitch. They cool with that because they mind never grew with the money. They never had money before. A nigga with money is not acting like that. Cause he's like, shit, I could die tomorrow. And none of this mean nothing. But I'm gonna ask y'all, all them niggas y'all see with them big ass slave chains on and shit like that with them rings and these niggas be acting all flamboyant and shit like that. Niggas be acting real gay. I'ma keep it gangster. Them niggas, I be thinking them niggas in the closet for real. Them niggas wearing bracelets and shit. Like, bro, you gay. Just come out the closet. Like, no, nigga, this is Cuban. No, nigga, it's a bracelet. It's a bracelet, bro. They wearing choker chains and shit like that. Bro, you gay. Come out the closet, bro. And then niggas be in slavery. My man, look, my chain is better than yours looking ass. Like, and without it, they can't get a woman. Why they it was a movie that Cameron was in, right? Cameron dressed like a Poindexter so he could, fly under the radar and shit like that. And he had to relocate somewhere. The cops was looking at him for a case or something like that, and they decided to duck off. He chose to get a regular job and dress like a Poindexter and shit like that. He walks up to a female. He see a shorty. He tries to talk to her, and then as he walks off, she curves him because he ain't got the flash on. Which I don't know why he would want to have been with her, because by looking at her, that's what she was looking for. I'm not telling y'all what to want. I'm just giving y'all an example. She has the right to want whatever she wants, but she can't expect something else that she didn't go into that relationship looking for. You're not looking for love. You looking for the money. You looking for the bag. Love don't come out of that. I see what you like, so I'm going to get what I can from you, and I'm a jet. That's what it is. Oh, this nigga left me with a baby. Bitch ass nigga, he promised me all this shit. Bitch, he lied. Why did he lie? Because you lied. You lied when the relationship started because you didn't base it off love. Like, oh, this person, I like how they approached me. I liked how, you know what I'm saying, they talked to me. I liked how they put some effort in talking to me, being able to muster up the courage to say something and shit like that. It wasn't based on, I like how this person fuck with me. It was based on shit. What can I get from this motherfucker? So what you give is what you're gonna get. Just plain and simple. What you give is what you're gonna get. What's up with it, twin? What's up, that guy? What's up, Breezy? All y'all, man. Um, man, listen. With that being said, man, if y'all not basing your relationships off of love, it's gonna end. Just straight up. You just count the clock down. Because if you only got with shorty because the ass was fat, shit, the next shorty, she might have a fat ass. Or she might treat you better. And then you leave the girl with the fat ass because she don't treat you right. And then you complaining with the homies like, we give a fuck. Them niggas just want to know who got next. That's all they want to know. And she like, why you treat me like this and this and that? So Cameron, he walks off, right? Cameron walks off after the girl curves him. And he like, damn, I should have wore the chain. Nigga, she wasn't there. She wasn't there for you. And then he goes in the club. He pulls some chick or whatever. He does the opposite of what she told him not to do. He did it anyway, and it cost her her life. This nigga was flashing, real flashy and all that, buying out the bar and all that. Of course women, the wrong type of women are going to be into that. Which is why y'all don't see me with chains. Y'all don't see me with, like, expensive jewelry and shit like that. I have one earring in and something like that. And most of the time, I probably won't have nothing. The reason why that is because she gotta like me. That's how I think. You gotta like me because you ain't gonna look all fancy. I'ma see you when you wake up. I know you're not gonna look all fancy. So I rather be me, and if you like me, we'll get along because I gotta like you. Cause that's all y'all got when y'all get up in age is each other. Cause all that flash and all that shit, You ain't gonna want to do that shit forever. You be in your 50s wearing a fucking rope chain. You grown as hell looking like a young nigga. Terrible. You failed as an adult. And you got these niggas like they portraying this lifestyle and they can't keep a woman. But I'ma listen to these niggas. These niggas can't keep a female interested because you got the bag, but that nigga got the bag too. And that nigga got more money than all y'all. And the other nigga, he got more money than him. They got more money than all y'all. Like, it'll never end. Somebody will always be better. Somebody will always look better, have more, all this. That's why I say, when y'all go into these relationships, have no expectations. Hello from Arkansas. My name is Tasia, but it's spelled differently. I'm new here and I just subscribed to your channel. You look very handsome. You can call me Tay if you want to. Much love, handsome. I gave you a like. One love. Appreciate that, darling. Appreciate that, Tasia Wilkins. So that's why I say, when y'all get in these relationships, man, try this for once. Don't expect nothing. And see where it goes. Don't expect shit. Believe what people show you. And you'll never be disappointed. I'm telling y'all, that's the most funnest shit I ever had. Like, I remember I got my ex-girlfriend, right? She didn't even remember me. Because at first I had a fade when she met me. And the next time she seen me, I had like mini dreads. This was years apart. And then years later, I had longer dreads. So she didn't even remember that she had met me. And I didn't have no expectations when I seen Shorty. Like, I didn't really have nothing to offer. I remember when I went over her house, I I walked over there. We just sat on the porch. And you know how like somebody grow on you? That's kind of how it was. So, like, I didn't leave with no money. I didn't go on with no expectations. I expected her to be a freak. I expected her to cook, clean, all this other shit. I had no expectations. And when I say still to this day, that was most of the funnest shit I ever had. Why? Because I didn't really, to be honest, I wasn't even attracted to her. Like, I wasn't. I mean, as I uh as we was dating and shit like that, periodically I look at her and one day I looked at her, I'm like, she looks good. I ain't even noticed. She looks nice. Damn. She got some ass. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice because I wasn't with her because, oh, well, I didn't know if she had talent. I didn't know if she could drive. I didn't know nothing about her. Barely knew her name. Barely could remember the motherfucker. Because I'm terrible with names. But we got along so well, that's how I remembered her name. And then, as time went on, like, that was my nigga gang. Like, that was my nigga gang. So, with that being said, it's like, I didn't have no expectations, which is why it lasted so long. I ain't had no expectations. Where it fucked up, I fucked up. That's where it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like, bitch, you don't think I got it? Like, hey, I can pull them hoes out here. Instead of me being a man that I wanted to be, I decided to think like these other niggas was thinking. Like, these other niggas is thinking. I'm like, why the fuck would I want to settle down? I'm young, you know what I'm saying? Instead of thinking like the type of man I want to be, that's why I say figure out the person you want to be and be that instead of trying to be like Future and all these miserable ass niggas that's giving y'all this terrible advice, or these miserable ass females that can't keep a relationship, and y'all so desperately trying to be just like these people because y'all want them to accept y'all, or people to think, oh, you ain't no sucker. You ain't no beta. You ain't no simp. and shit like that. Like, fuck out of here, nigga. I like hugging my woman. I like doing nice shit for my lady, nigga. I like all that. I like spending time with my lady. All that shit, nigga. Dead homies, nigga. I like to see my woman after a long day, or I ain't synced in a minute, scoop her ass right up, nigga. That's the type of nigga I am. I don't expect y'all to be like me, but I'm saying, when I went in with no expectations, before I started thinking like these miserable ass people out here, everything was clicking. Once I started trying to think like other niggas is thinking, that's when it fucked up. Because I stopped being me. I started being some other motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to tell y'all, stop trying to be like these hoes y'all see on, that's miserable. That's jumping from nigga to nigga. And y'all thinking this shit cool, this shit cute. They gotta make they misery look cool so y'all won't think that they hurting on the inside. All the pimps, I talked to them, met them, like real shit. We had real conversations. And all them niggas' stories started off the same. Oh, because a female decided to go be with somebody else. Now these niggas is hurt. Now these niggas is fuck these hoes. And these females did the same shit. Somebody fucked them over and shit happened in their life and they don't trust nobody. They don't like nobody. They don't love nobody. Where is that gonna get you? By your damn self. It's not gonna help you. Everybody goes through something so that none may boast in front of God. But at the same time, you can't say God ain't gave you nobody. God ain't, like, what? That's not the nature of God. But if you chose to fuck it up thinking like these other fuckers, these other motherfuckers out here, then that's on you. Damn, bro, what you saying? I should have been a simp or something like that. Bro, it's nothing wrong with loving your woman. It's nothing wrong with it. I'm sorry if niggas ain't told y'all that. I'm sorry. It's nothing wrong with being kind to your lady. If she think you soft or if she think you a buster, maybe you with the wrong woman. She would have saw it as, this nigga like me. And I like that person. I like that person back. That's how it's supposed to be. It's never supposed to be a one-sided affair like, oh, well, I'm putting in all the effort. I'm doing all the calling. I'm doing all the texting. I'm doing all the setting up the dates. I'm doing all the, yeah, baby, please take me back and shit. Like, if it's one-sided, cut it off. Straight up. Off rip. If it ain't both, like, if it ain't mutual, it's not going to work. Straight up. Because that means one or both of y'all ain't based on love. They like, oh, well, why you want to settle down so quick? Why you want to unequally yoked? If y'all ain't on the same page, it ain't gonna work. That book ain't gonna be good reading. Cause there's gonna be a lot of drama and nothing that do with love. On brother them, nigga, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Yo, you must be on the West Coast. What's up with it, EB? What's up with it, ECK Stacks? What? I think it's open at 11. Nah, it's 1 o'clock here. It's 1 o'clock here. What is Olive Garden? What? Just left Olive Garden Unlimited. You look like someone I work with here in Ireland and another celebrity you also resemble. Uh, what's good with it, man? I'm just talking about like why Meg relationship didn't work. The same why modern day people relationships don't work. They not based on love. They based off of what I call transactional relationships. They based off of what a person can get from another motherfucker, which is why it ends. Because once they don't receive that, then they gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in chasing women. I never have. I don't believe in fighting for a woman. No, it has to be us fighting for each other, fighting to make it work. If it ain't even on both sides, it ain't gonna work, and I ain't gonna force it. On brother them, I'm not. I'm not about to do that shit. Like, fuck, I look like a goofy? No. I was never told to do no shit like that growing up. If my grandma used to always say, if they want to get gone, well, let's get gone then. Like old brother. Like, like that's what I naturally learned. It's like when I did decide to figure out like what is it like to be these other motherfuckers? Like, I'm not just talking because I got lips. Now I know what it's like to be on the other side of that problem where you get treated wrong and shit like that and this and that, this and that. I'm like, why do they do that? Like, okay, they're unequally yoked. That's it. They unequally yoked. It's like if I gotta be mean to a bitch all day, like, shorty, going somewhere. I don't want to have to be mean all day. I don't like to be like that. It's a certain type of way I gotta be to survive out here. I don't need to have to be that 24/7. I like to chill, unwind, kick back, be normal. But then it's a different side of me that I gotta be when I'm out here. I don't want to have to be that all day, and I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to cuss a bitch out. I shouldn't. I don't want to do that. That's too much of a headache. I'm about to chase no female around trying to get her to act right. Fuck out of here. Like, I ain't do that when I met you. Why the fuck would I do? Psychodookie. Cities pay millions in reparations, but black poverty and crime rates stay the same. The endless gift never delivers real results for the community. Um, I don't know nobody who actually got reparations. I don't know nobody that got reparations. I ain't gonna fake. Like, maybe it was some other races that got it. I don't know well, black people that got any reparations. Cause shit, niggas would have had a kangaroo on a chain. That's the type of dumb shit niggas be doing. Like, nigga, yeah, man, you wanna buy a goat? Like, nigga, what the fuck I need with a goat for? Like, why do you even have that? Like, nigga, I'm telling you, nigga, two for 200, nigga. Nigga, this goat, that nigga can fetch better than a dog. Like, how do you know that? Like, why do you know that? But black poverty and crime stay the same. Well, it stays the same because there are many people. It's alleged it's many people that benefit off that shit. That's why. It's many people that benefit off of the toxicity and the bullshit, whatever. That's why most black movies got you got the thug, you got the rapper, you got the singer, you got the club, you got the whores, you got the pimps, you got the woman beater, you got it's just all cliche because that's what they think sells. And it's many people that benefits from the top. They benefit financially off of other people's issues, problems, poverty, shit like that. So they invest in the poverty more. It's fucked up. But that's why I say in the Bible, don't set up yourself treasures on earth where thieves break in and steal, where moths and rust destroy. But set up yourself treasures in heaven where thieves can't break in and steal, where moths and rust don't destroy. So, uh, where your heart may, where your wants may be, your love may be, the things you treasure may be, there your heart may be also. So it's like in this life, people that cling on to shit, in the words of a wise man, I ain't never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. So people thinking they can die with this shit, they bragging about this materialistic shit. You don't take shit with you when you go. So there's no point in acquiring all that shit. All that matters is who you were and what type of impact on people that you made. But that's for another discussion. Uh, the world is full. We host you. I blame communism. Stay safe and have a good night. Like the sub. One love. Straight like that. The world is full. The world wants people to believe bullshit, right? I want y'all to know that. The world don't believe shit the world talking about. The world said the world was gonna end in the year 2K, the year 2000. Then they said it was gonna end in 2012. Then they came out with all these conspiracy theories. That's how you know the Bible was telling the truth. Um, no one knows the end, not even the Son. So if the Son of God doesn't know something, why the fuck should we? And he's next to God all the time. So, with that being said, don't believe everything you hear and half of what you fucking see. Because even salt looks like sugar. So, you got to take everything with a grain of salt and think for yourself. Like they said, the world is 1 billion years old, right? That's a fucking lie. Because why ain't we in the year 1,000,000,000? But we in the year 2000? Because they are so quick to lie to you because they know we'll believe it. The world isn't that old. It's not that old. They saying, oh, well, this is 1 billion light years away. How do we know that? And we ain't been there. We just trust in people that we think we can trust. If they lie to us on the news, if they lie to us about little shit, don't you think they lied about every damn thing? I start using my brain. Okay, if the world's 1 billion years old, the 1800s was not too far from here. The world's not that old. But we are made to believe this, so people be like, oh man, that's old. Why y'all bringing up old shit? Because they want to forget history. They tell us the world is full, and you can drive by 90% of places that don't got no houses. You could drive like kind of far outside the city and you'll see nothing but land. But they'll tell you, a person with a brain, the world is full. The world is, oh, it's overpopulated and shit like that. That's a fucking lie. It's a lie. It's a fucking lie. It's a lie. They don't want to share. That's all it is. They don't want to give nothing. They don't want to do nothing for nobody. They don't want to help nobody. They don't want to love. They want to hate. They don't want to give. They want to receive. They want to be scandalous and good shit happen to them. People want to do evil and be rewarded for it. You know what I'm saying? The rich want to get richer. They want the poor to stay out their fucking neighborhoods, but they need the poor to buy their products. It's weird. They want, they want, they want to invest in crime because they don't get elected without it. If it wasn't a problem, then we wouldn't vote for their ass. So you got to understand the lies in order to understand the whole world lies in wickedness. Like they all backdooring each other to be number one and oh I'm rich and you not and they not even fucking happy. Like they want. I'm telling y'all the gangster truth, man. The world is fucked up. The world is fucked up, man. That's why it say in the Bible, I send you out as sheep amongst wolves. Be wise as serpents, but innocent as doves. So with that being said, that means we not from here. If you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, you're not from here. You're just here to spread knowledge and shit like that. Tell people, nah, don't go that way, go this way. You don't have to go that way, but I'm just telling you, it's better if you go this way. I've been down that road, ain't shit down that road. And we just here to help one another that are trying to find our way to something to believe in, to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Till that time comes where we out of here. So we are here to impact other people who are in the dark and show them the light. Like you ain't gotta live like that. You ain't gotta be depressed. Depression is of the devil. Like, he try to get you to believe all the wrongest shit. You ever had those bad thoughts and you thinking, oh, my girl cheating, or a woman thinking, my man cheating, he probably is. And those are tools of the devil to cause problems. But if you don't look for problems, you'll notice you don't find a lot of problems when you don't look for them. But if you look for them, the world will give you many of them. But it's up to us to think for ourselves and stop allowing the media to think for us, the drama to think for us, because I seen it. Like, one day, me and my shorty, we was watching TV, right? Me and my shorty, we was watching TV, and I took the remote. Bruh, she was spazzing. And I'm like, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. The bullshit you watching on TV, you are soaking that shit in. You supposed to enjoy it like a show and come back to the real world and understand that it's just a TV show. It's just a movie. It's not real life. Cause when people used to, like, I remember an episode of Martin when Martin came in and he saw Pam and Gina watching Oprah, and then the TV said all men are dogs. Soon as he come in, that's all he hear. And then Martin and Gina looking at him crazy and shit like that. He was like, y'all watching Oprah? All right, I'm going to go ahead head on. Because he knows that it's not reality. But it's people that believe this shit. It's not reality. These people's lives ain't your lives. Like, ain't your life. So why you believing in that shit is beyond me. But hey, I ain't going to judge y'all. The reason why the world is going like it is because people don't think for themselves. Just like Meg. Meg not thinking for herself to the point where, what if I don't give a fuck about a person having all that money? That money don't mean shit to me. But she not thinking like that. She's thinking like her image, not who she really is. The girl that likes to cook, the girl that likes to do shit for her man, the girl that she's like looking over all that shit, and she's looking at straight for what her image is saying to these people. Oh, I get the bag, I get the money, and this and that, and got niggas paying me, and you think I'm gonna deal with a nigga that ain't got that what I want, and this is the image. She don't know how to blur the lines between fiction and reality. Like, reality says, ain't none of that based on love. But fiction says, this is what I want, so this is good. No, it's not. No, it ain't. But we tell ourselves it is, so we think it is until we get in it and we realize it ain't what we wanted. Legend, subscribe, but yup, I graduated, most deaf. I wasn't playing. I wasn't leaving that school till I was.